everybody, welcome to today's video. For this video, we're gonna do a little weekend in my life vlog, getting my life together, life updates, plus I just want to be more productive this weekend because I'm not working this weekend. I have some things that I need to get done and then some other things that I just have on the schedule that I want to get through. Maybe making a video will make me more productive and make me want to do that more. We can do some like little life updates. I haven't posted in a while. I started a new job where it's making me more exhausted, so I haven't had the energy to fully like make a video and like post along with that job. Right now I am taking flight lessons to get my sport pilot license. I also have a ground school class that I'm doing. I'm getting college credit for, but it's like an outside program that I was signed up for. So I also have that I'm slowly getting through and trying to match with like the lessons that I'm doing. I have a lesson today. It just hit noon. I was planning on waking up earlier today. I did not do that. I woke up at like 11. So it's already a good start to the day. This is like my course that I'm doing. It's through the Cessna Flight Training King School. So it's like the ground course that I'm doing that I'm not that far through. We'll do a little reading update. This is my bookmark that I've shown before, but this column is June. And if you can see all of the blank parts in the beginning of June, that is because I got into a Supernatural deep dive. Once again, I was just cruising through the seasons of Supernatural. It's not the first time I watched it, it's a rewatch, but I'm getting to like the later seasons that when I originally watched it for the first, you probably really don't care. I care though. So when I watched it for the first time, once I got to a certain point, I think it was around like season 13 or 14, I stopped watching because I just got bored. I've rewatched the first couple seasons many times. This is the first time I'm watching those later seasons. I kind of took a large break from reading just to watch Supernatural. And that was also when I wasn't like working as much as I am now. But I'm like midway through season 15. I have watched the last 3 episodes and I'm not excited. I'm really not excited to watch them again, but it's okay. You gotta, right? That is why I didn't make like anything in June. I started reading the first book I read, which was The Lightning Thief. The books that I finished through yesterday have been first 5 books in the first Percy Jackson series. That is also going to be a separate video. They were very good. Spoiler, I loved them. I used to be a big like bullet journaler in 2020. This is my first bullet journal. The only time I've actually fully completed a notebook like ever. You know, your classic bullet journal style. This was one of my favorite spreads. Look at how pretty that is. I was like super into it. I was like super dedicated. August, September, October, December, little March, Feb, January. I think those are like the nicest ones that I've done. This was my first bullet journal, and then when I finished this, I got this one. This was like we were going back to school, like in person, so I never had a need to keep like most of the things are just absolutely blank. I love this spread. So I like barely used that in 2021, and then sometimes I would make like calendars or to-do habit stuff, just like random stuff. This was in 2023. I decided to use this book for writing down all my lines in the shows that I was in. I wrote down all of my lines and the person's line before me. If you are like an actor, you have to memorize like lines, especially if your script is really broken up. You don't have lines for some times and then you have lines again. I recommend writing them down, and like you can make markings of when other people are talking, just so like if you have somebody who helps you, it's easy for them. It's just like right here, so you don't have to like flip through your whole script. And it's like, you know, keepsake. Like I have all of my lines from when I was Chiron. Like that's pretty cool. I did the same thing for another show that I was in, just like all of the lines that I had. This is like inside actor information, I guess. I wrote down like, it was a very like emotional journey that my character went through. I wrote down like what my emotions were and how I can show that, just to like get a better sense of what is going on. And again, I did that for the last show that I was in, and it's just like a nice keepsake memory. We hit this summer where I was like, okay, I'm gonna start again. We have May, June, and then this is like what a sample like spread would look like. And then July, which I made yesterday, it has fish. I did steal it directly off of Pinterest. This is the first week. Saturday, we have my flight lesson. I want to take a walk. I want to find I have more craft projects that I want to do. We went to Joann's yesterday. I bought some fabric and I want to make like a little quilt tote bag type of thing. I'll put in like an inspo picture, but I want to find a pattern. I want to fill out the rest of my bullet journal and then we'll go from there. I filled out some of like what I wanted to do today, and then I also made like a little video idea column. Again, I have my flight lesson, I'm gonna walk, find the pattern, and then for my like ground school section of it, I wrote stuff down and then I erased most of it. Just like changing what I want to do. But I have this like little book that's gonna be my on-hand book that I'll have with me that just explains quick information that I want to make sure I remember, or just like have it, because I have my notebook of notes from my ground school class. It's like every single bit of information. For like this book, it'll be the more brief information about what I would want to know for, you know, like stalls, and then I'll have like a power on and power off stall, just like the steps on how to do that. Takeoffs, like I'll have just like step by step like how that works. That's the little book. And then I have some like other of the ground school ones that I want to finish today. And then we do go on vacation. I want to either make like a little reading on vacation video where I want to plan out the books that I want to bring on that vacation, but I think I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, that is what's going on right now. I think I'm going to do a couple lessons. Yeah. I'm back from my flight lesson. Today we just did like some laps in the pattern. We did some touch and goes. I think we did 5, and it was very stressful. It's very hot outside today. It's like 95, but in the direct sun it feels like more. Plus the plane that I'm in, it's a Bristol, so it has like a canopy, so you're in like a little glass box and it gets very hot. So I was sweating, so that made things a little bit more stressful, maybe just because it was so hot. I had done a takeoff before that was like basically just me. It wasn't good, but I did it. And then today we did me getting used to more like flying in the traffic pattern, which is something to get used to for sure. Once we did it a couple times, things made like a little bit more sense. This is like the little diagram of what we did. We were in like a left pattern. We took off. It's just all about what your speed should be, your airspeed should be. In the beginning, like you have full throttle up until around like midfield, just like controlling your airspeed with like how much you're climbing, which is difficult. It's definitely like hard to climb the right amount, especially turning and not climbing is hard because you don't want to like stall, you don't want to climb too much. So that was difficult. And then you start lowering your throttle. What we did, we lowered it to like 4,000, and then when you're like abeam the numbers, you want to power down even more to like 3,500 or like 3,000 before you like turn. But it's also just looking inside the aircraft, because ours have screens, right? So there's 2 screens you just want to look at all the time, but you also need to look outside and look at where the runway is in comparison to where you are, especially as like a new student pilot. It's so hard to look outside the plane, especially like turning your head, because you like the runway, if it's behind you, like you're looking all the way behind you and looking at that while not like moving the stick accidentally. He did like the radio calls and like more like throttle stuff towards the end. By the end of it, he did say that I landed 90% me, which is pretty cool. Not to flex. They were pretty bad. I'll insert a picture of our laps of what we did. They're definitely not perfect, so don't judge me at all. That's what we did during my lesson. And then we also went up to the control tower, which was pretty cool. So we got to meet the one guy who was in there who runs our like ground and tower ATC. Just like seeing what him like responding to calls and like him talking about what he does is definitely cool. It's definitely less scary calling on the radio once you like meet the guys who are behind it. It's definitely still scary to call on the radio, and I for sure messed up. I guess that's something you just get used to with practice. It's like almost 6 o'clock now, and we're gonna have dinner, and then I think we're gonna take a walk, and then I will have to check my list of what else I want to do today. Fun stuff. I will update you for whatever I do next. It is currently 9:10. I had my flight lesson. I went on a walk. I did my little workout. Also found a tutorial for, I'm gonna do something like this quilted bag type of thing. Yes. I haven't done any more of my like ground school. I was gonna write more in the little book and maybe do another lesson, but seeing as it's 9 o'clock, I might not do that. And I think I'm gonna start editing this video. So I think that is what's gonna happen for who knows how long. Edit and listen to musical theater songs. I have my like big long playlist, for sure not a theater kid playlist, that's almost 9 hours that I like to just put on shuffle and just go from there. I don't think I'm gonna start any books tonight. Maybe tomorrow. We'll find out. Okay, coffee has been made. It is currently 12:43 p.m. A little bit of a late start to the day, but that is my fault because I went to bed late. I have written out my like schedule for today. On the list, we have laundry and fold clothes. I want to take another walk. For my ground school, I have 2 sections that I want to do today. I might do more, I might do less. For my YouTube stuff that I want to do today, which is all like this bottom section, we have film vacay TBR, and that'll also start that video. Film weekend day in my life, which you are watching right now. I need to film for my reading the Percy Jackson series for the first time video. I need to film the like recaps of each of the books. I want to edit my weekend day in my life, which is what I have been doing for the past hour or so. We have the editing going on. I use Adobe Premiere Pro to edit my videos. I'm about 10 minutes into that video, and I just have the footage from yesterday. I realized I talk a lot. I just keep on talking, so my video is gonna be long, so it's okay. Apparently I just have a lot to say. I've also been listening to the new Great Gatsby musical soundtrack, just like quietly in the background, so my full attention is not on the soundtrack, but it is like my first time listening to it. I've seen like some clips of songs, but I don't have many thoughts just because I'm not my full attention isn't on the music. I love the one part that I keep seeing clips of, where, because Jeremy Jordan plays Gatsby, and it's like, it's in this song where he just starts talking about tea for the whole song, and he goes, "Today's the day." I don't know if I did it to its full potential, but you know what, I hope you know what I'm talking about. It's a good clip, because people are like just making like things off of it, or being like, wow, Jack Kelly really is shining through here, which I think is funny. And then my last thing out on my list is to start packing for vacation. That is kind of what is going on today. I, again, don't think I'm really gonna read today. Reading is not my like main focus right now. This is the plan for the day. I will keep updating you throughout the day. I don't have any like big scheduled plans, so I have nothing that's like I need to do it at a certain time. I can get more stuff done, hopefully. Adobe just crashed. As much as I love Premiere Pro, this is what happens because my little Mac does not like this program at all. Really good stuff. Outfit on, ready to film the vacay TBR video intro. Also, I finished listening to Gatsby and I've moved on to The Outsiders update for anybody who is wondering, but time to film. So I just filmed my intro for the vacation reading vlog. I picked out the books that I'm gonna read, which you can kind of see right there. While I'm in the like planning, packing mood, so I crochet, right? This whole bin is full of crochet projects. I like to just make things and they just sit there. I do have an Etsy. It's always linked below. I can put a little thing on the screen, but I do have Etsy. I have this whole 2-drawer bin of yarn. Like the top one is cotton and then the bottom one is acrylic. I want to plan out what yarn I want to bring. If I do bring yarn, I'm only going to bring cotton yarn. They are like, a lot of them are just this size instead of like, I had recently gone to Michael's. I bought these colors in the like loops and threads Michael's brand. I do recommend. I like these. They are a little like stiff and hard to work with sometimes. And then in here I have a whole bunch of them. I want to pick out what colors I want to bring, so we'll do that. And this is really random, but last summer my like crochet thing of the summer was making these bucket hats. They're like little striped bucket hats. I found one pattern and then I just was winging it from there, but I made like a whole bunch of them. I've sold like 1 or 2, but I have some of these like fun colors. Like, do I bring it back? Do I bring back making the fun hats? Like, I might. Maybe I will. We'll see. I think I've decided on what yarn I'm gonna bring. If you want more crochet videos, or any crochet videos, because I haven't done any, let me know. I'm gonna bring these colors and yellow, these ones. The good thing about them is that they pack down super small, so it's not like I'm gonna be taking up too much space. White. These are my like debating colors, pink, and then this like teal-y one. I think I might just bring the pink one and then put the teal one back there. So this is my yarn that I'm bringing for vacation. It is currently 4:15. I finished one of the sections of the ground school that I was gonna do today, and then I have the other one that I'm gonna start in like a couple minutes. The one I just finished was using flight controls while taxiing, which was talking just a lot about like winds, what your flight control should be when there's different winds. And then the next one I'm gonna start is the traffic pattern around the airport. I bought some books that I don't know like for sure if I'll need. I know one of them is free online, but I was like, I'm just gonna buy them. Like, it's in the recommended like student materials. I'll just get them and hopefully I can use them. For like the specifically Sport Pilot, I got the Sport Pilot Practical Test Standards. It's just like a book of all of the different things, everything you need to know, everything you need to be aware of, things that you need to know specifically for Sport Pilot. I got that one, and then I also got oral exam guide. I got the private pilot one. I got this one because I want to get my private pilot license anyway later if I just have this and it's a lot of the same stuff. But this is like gives you a section like topic where you can find more information about it, and it's just like a full list of like everything you would ever need to know about planes, just like absolutely everything. Yeah, so those are the books that I got right now, which are pretty exciting, so I can keep looking at them. I think I'm gonna finish one more lesson and then I'm gonna take a walk. It is 7:43. It is coming towards the end of the day. I took a walk. I did my little PT exercises. We had dinner, and I've been filming some snippets for the Percy Jackson video. I also completed those 2 sections of my ground school class. The rest of my night, I think I'm just going to start editing more. Just keep on editing this video. But thank you all for joining me for this little productive weekend in my life. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you know, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you liked this different non-reading vlog. It's fun to share more stuff about like what I'm doing, especially with my pilot adventures. So yeah, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!